Okay, everyone. Thanks for dropping by.
Happy birthday,
Thank
Jazzy.
you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
Bye. Wah.
Going. I am not on screen. Why am I not on screen? Because my camera's not up. That's why. Ta-da! Ants! I told you, Rev, I told you there would be ants. I just wanted to make sure I spent this. I wanted to make sure I spent the Jazzy stream with Jazzy, as it was his birthday, and he invited me in. Now to remember what the hell we were doing. Oh yes, fire ants. That's what we were doing. Oh god, fire ants. That's what we were doing. Oh no, I remember now. I remember. Oh god. Oh god, it's this one. But I've got 2 weeks to finish this before the next game comes out that I want to play. Right, pervasive, medium, go.
This Solenopsis invicta fire ant queen has landed on the edge of a swamp. She may be far from her native habitat, but the fire ants are well known for their ability to adapt. Competition for food will be fierce. She will need to raise an army quickly to compete with the local predators.
Right, now, remembering how we did this. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rev. Didn't we do, like, we started with 7 warriors. Not 7 warriors, 7 workers. And then we went warriors all the way. But the last time we did 1 full room of warriors that was all leveled up, and then 1 not leveled up. And this time we were going to try doing just a load of ants. Rather than leveling them up, just having just a huge amount of them, wasn't it? I think that was the plan. I must admit, I've slept many days since we last did this. Right, so we have 6 of those. And I think what we did last time was we actually killed a few of the things inside first. Or did we? Did we go straight into just sending everyone out for the first lot of aphids? I forget. I think we did, didn't we?
The colony lies in the shadow of a great titan to the north, an American bullfrog.
We
This
said,
large
"Don't
female
gather
has
food."
found the perfect spot to feed. Sheltered by foliage and in the path of many wandering insects and smaller amphibians, she has no reason to move on. Eventually she will need to be displaced, but for now, the fire ants have more pressing business to attend to. A six-spotted tiger beetle, Cicindela sexcutata, is on the move near the nest. Its metallic green elytra make it unmistakable, and like its other tiger beetle cousins, long legs give it the speed to chase down small arthropods with ease. The boggy soil surrounding the nest is lacking in nitrogen and phosphorus, nutrients vital for plants to photosynthesize and grow. To survive in this environment, some have evolved to supplement their mineral diet by trapping and dissolving invertebrate prey.
Both the paths have
colony
got
is
stuff
starving.
on.
There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
Right, if they're right, that's pissed off. So right, quick, go and grab aphids as quickly as you can.
Many of the milkweed plants growing nearby are infested with aphids. Their honeydew excretions present an ideal, energy-rich food source for the fire ants.
Oh my god, did you see that thing
Aphids
just
far
run in
the
from
nest
off screen
are
right
vulnerable,
after us?
however, and are sometimes relocated closer to home where they can be better protected from predators and thieves.
That thing went straight for us. That wasn't even like we accidentally got close. That just sort of saw us from over there and just zoomed right in for us. That is cruel. I can understand that on hard mode, but on medium?
A small colony of Phaedolae maurici big-headed ants have established themselves on a hill to the west. Scavenging for seeds, aphids, and dead insects, they
how
are
did we
unlikely
kill that?
to pose a threat to the Invicta colony, if left undisturbed.
I have no idea how we actually managed to take that spider down. Honestly, I'm just going to restart this one. We got dealt a really bad hand with the NPC placement right near the start.
This Solenopsis invicta fire ant queen has landed on the edge of a swamp. She may be far from her native habitat, but the fire ants are well known for their ability to adapt. Competition for food will be fierce. She will need to raise an army quickly to compete with the local predators.
That was just a horrible starting run. Right, so that's the workers done.
The colony lies in the shadow of a great titan to the north, an American bullfrog. This large female has found the perfect spot to feed. Sheltered by foliage and in the path of many wandering insects and smaller amphibians, she has no reason to move on. Eventually she will need to be displaced, but for now, the fire ants have more pressing business to attend to.
Okay, we've gathered all we can for now, so outside we go. Right, okay. I'm not seeing anything there yet. Oh, there's one spider.
The boggy soil surrounding the nest is lacking
all of
in
you go
nitrogen
here.
and phosphorus, nutrients vital for plants to photosynthesize and grow. To survive
Food
in
is
this
turned
environment,
off,
some
so they're
have
not going to go
evolved
after
to
the pitcher
supplement their
plants.
mineral diet by
We
trapping
will learn
and
from that one.
dissolving invertebrate prey.
Oh, spider.
Many of the milkweed plants growing nearby are infested with aphids. Their honeydew excretions present an
Right, as
ideal
long as the
energy-rich
important
food
ones
source
went.
for the fire ants. Aphids far from the nest are vulnerable, however, and are sometimes relocated closer to home where they can be better protected from predators and thieves.
Let's make sure we turn food back on for group 1. Then they can start working on those aphids. No point going for the top one or the bottom corner yet, because we need pontoons for that, so we need just more soldiers. I would like to go and get that one, but again, that's going to probably annoy them. That also needs a pontoon, so the next major one to go and do is getting enough to go and take on this pine cone without concern.
A small colony of Phaedulae maurici big-headed ants have established themselves on a hill to the west. Scavenging for seeds, aphids, and dead insects, they are unlikely to pose a threat to the Invicta colony, if left undisturbed.
Yeah, but if we get too big, they're going to try attacking us anyway, aren't they? That's what they did last time. Right, this was the point where we can start bringing these ones back in. We've got 6 warriors.
The ants have uncovered a group of hungry checkered beetle larvae. The soft grubs may look defenseless, but they have big jaws and appetites to match.
We can get this food. And increase our size. That was a 2, we did okay on it. One up here is a 3.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Ooh, this is definitely getting us a good amount straight away. Right, so you got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Now that is another 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 or whatever it is. To add more to. That's a 4, that's a 4, and this is also a 4. So let's just... Because we've got 17 fighters now. So...
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
And we did want... Last
The
time I think
colony
we...
is starving. There's
Yeah.
not enough food to feed the new brood.
Yeah, there's no food, but that's what we're here for. Yeah, last time I remember that one of the things that we had trouble with was making sure we clear out as many of these groups before the night time as we can. Because A, it's extra food, and B, it just removes the chance of the bullfrogs getting lucky and opening up a way for these things to go after us. Yeah, I'm just going to go straight into building the second chamber worth. Right, and now we go up to this one. We've now got 22 fighters.
There are intruders in the nest.
Yes, but we're pervasive. We're everywhere. We're going to chew through your wires. Apparently that's the thing fire ants enjoy doing. Okay. Right, and that's another full-size chamber worth. I'm thinking if I can just fill these like have 3 connected ones so it all stays in one giant grouping, and then keep one separate. We can keep this separate one for guarding the flower.
There are intruders in the nest.
You know, guard the aphids on that flower. And then the large group can go out on the raiding party missions. I mean, last time we did not have anywhere close to this many warriors on the first night.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
As the sun sets, the local amphibians begin to emerge from moist crevices near the water's edge. Lone invertebrates will be picked off quickly. The ants should travel in numbers or not at all.
Right, that's all the food we can get here without going through to this bit. Which I mean I would like to do. But saying that, I would also like to go for this free food here for now.
A bombardier beetle, Brachinus alternans, is hunting for insects outside the nest. It may seem unwise for it to wander so freely amongst the large amphibians that share the swamp at night, but they would do well to leave it alone. This beetle is a master of chemical warfare.
Actually, I'm going to quickly grab some of this easy food. And then everyone run up here for that. We should have enough. Oh, hang on. Toad arrival. Everyone back. We have incoming rabbits.
At night, eastern narrow-mouthed toads patrol above ground looking for food. Ants make up 75% of their diet, so the small colony must stay alert. To make matters worse, they are excellent diggers. It's only a matter of time before one tunnels its way into the nest.
Let's see. Yeah, 38 soldiers on the first night. Yeah, I also got persist. So as soon as they die, they can instantly come back. Because what I ended up doing was, rather than just upgrading the one and getting them to level 2, just went straight for building an extra one. Just double the amount for less price. I know that we could like upgrade to level 3, but I think I mentioned last time that if we upgrade it to 3, that's going to cost the same as doing 3 separate cells. So for the same amount of food, doing 3 cells instead of 1 upgraded one gets us... Yeah, exactly. Right now,
toad has burrowed into the nest.
A huge amount
of things. It may be
things.
Small for a toad, but its appetite for ants is insatiable. Secretions
because
from
we can
its skin
overwhelm
burn
them.
any that manage to escape its projectile tongue.
And then this one's probably going to break through relatively quickly. But that's got food straight away, so we can just take all that away. And we can also start working now on our third, which will go into our worker group. Or no, I'll probably put them on a separate pheromone group. But have the 2 pheromone groups at the same place. One of them set to feed, one of them just set to guard. That way we can try and properly defend the aphids on future nights. I mean, I really would like to go out and go after that, Can we just... Because it looks like it might try and dig through here. Can we help it? Because we can't dig through this bit. But that thing can. It might not even attack us. We might be okay. Yep, it's gone. It left.
Dawn breaks, and the salamanders and toads retire to their damp alcoves to wait out the sun. Only the great bullfrog remains. She sits patiently on her throne, waiting for the next meal to wander by.
'Cause, yeah, now we just don't have to care about the other
ants
insects
have
now.
clashed with a bombardier beetle.
And we've already
Feeling
won.
threatened, the beetle mixes a cocktail of chemicals that react together, boil, and explode from a valve at the base of its abdomen.
So if we can continue with the mass plan, at least until we've got, say... Yeah, well, we did pretty well. I mean, we went with the regular thing of just opening up a couple of things. But last time when we played, we just focused on upgrading one. But this time I just focused on getting two straight away without upgrading. So we've just finished the first night. And we've got 38 soldiers. And I just sent all 38 of them on a rampage to the cone. Which actually reminds me, with all of that food coming in, we're probably going to want
a magnolia green jumping spider, Lysoman viridis, has ambushed
and
a
it's
fire
already
ant.
dead.
It prefers to hunt on foliage, where it is less likely to be spotted by predators and prey alike. Out on the ground, it's more vulnerable, but that won't stop it from snacking on lone ants far from the safety of the nest.
Yeah, what I'll do for now is I'll put this second group onto here, because currently we're not getting raided. Oh, no problem. Thanks for popping in. It's always good to see you. Thanks for dropping on by. Oh my god, we've almost already taken the entire of the pine cone. Well, now the question is, do we keep going for the plan of mass? Because we could just, like... say, screw it. If we're not going to be upgrading them, we don't need to care about keeping them orderly. I mean, we can still upgrade a bunch of them anyway. But we don't... If we're not aiming to get them all to level 3... then we can relax our having to plan out these things enough. I mean, a bunch of these will still be able to get to level 3. Some of the ones on the outside, probably not. But as long as we got a bunch of them at 3, that would still be, you know, pretty decent.
A 6-spotted tiger beetle, Cichindala sexcutata, is
And
on
will it be
move
dead?
near the nest. Its
Ooh.
metallic green elytra make it unmistakable.
We have, in
and
fact,
like its other tiger beetle
completely
cousins, long legs give it
destroyed
the
that pine
speed to
cone.
chase down small arthropods with ease.
You know what? Actually, should we take out the bombardier first? It has moved away.
A fully developed
There we
checkered
go.
beetle, Enoclerus rosmarus, has been disturbed
Oh,
by
that's
the
not a
ants.
bombardier.
It
Okay,
has
that's
the
fine. That
same
just dies
ravenous
instantly then.
appetite and slicing jaws as its juvenile counterpart. But now paired with thick armor plates, it represents a far greater danger to the colony.
Hey, mantid fly. Hello.
A wasp
How are you?
mantisfly, Climachala brunea,
Oh
has
no,
descended from
you're
her perch
dead.
into the
What
path
a
of the
shame.
ants. unrelated to true mantids, her spiked raptorial forelegs are a perfect example of convergent evolution.
If only you realised there were 60 of us. Right. Do we have enough to pontoon our way over already? I think we probably do. Yes, we do. Oh, we have a lot
By
to
linking
pontoon
themselves
over.
together, the fire ants have formed a pontoon out of their own bodies. It stretches from their home territory to a previously unreachable island, giving them access to new sources of food.
The ants must fight.
Turn food back on for now. Everyone back here for now. Right, let's say next plan down here. But let's turn off the food gathering. Hello, mantid fly. Bye-bye, mantid fly. Right, pontoon over. Temptation to go straight for these guys. We have a lot of warriors, and we are doing well. Actually, no. Let's
Defenseless
Go for this one.
caterpillars exposed on the underside of leaves are a welcome snack for the passing fire ants. The colony should take advantage while it can. Few meals surrender so willingly.
Oh, is that what they were going after on that plant? This one. I was wondering what they were going after for that, but those, yeah, those are chewed up leaves. That would make sense if that's what they're going for. Right, and this time again, we should be able to completely destroy this thing with numbers. Yep, it's gone. Take those aphids. I mean, we've got 74 warriors right now. Plus the 74 that will spawn instantly if any of these die. Do we dare take on one of the other hives? Yeah, it might be a bit too soon.
The ants have set upon a green lynx spider, Puccetia viridans. She prefers to hunt on pitcher plants, but out in the open, she loses her advantage.
Okay,
Far from
then.
defenseless,
Is
however,
she,
when threatened, she can spit venom up to 30 centimeters. from her fangs.
From her butt. Yeah, I think that the last one we failed was because we focused so much, we lost so much in terms of units defending this. Because everything tried to go after our milkweed.
Once again, dusk sets in over the swamp. Soon, the sandy undergrowth will be teeming with salamanders, toads, and nocturnal beetles.
I mean, we do have enough that we probably could actually just attack things at night. Right, so up the numbers some more. Yeah, I think that was the problem. We'd lost a load of them. They attacked the milkweed, and we lost a lot of ants defending the milkweed. And then it turned to nighttime, and the toads turned up, and we had like 2 ants left to defend against 4 toads, and it just did not work. So if it gets to the point where we've got to choose again, it probably would be a good idea to just ignore the milkweed and make sure that just kill the toads. We can get the milkweed aphids back. We can send another raiding party the day after to get them back. But for now, let's just go. I mean, look at all these lovely glowy little ones ready to pop. Right, and everyone get back inside now. We have toad arrival in T-10. But little do the toads know there's 84, angry, bitey, stingy fire ants waiting for them. But if we could just fill this one up first, and then we'll just start working on maybe upgrading one group of them to level 2, and then see how we are from there. And then what we'll do tomorrow, rather than going out raiding or anything tomorrow, we'll set the smaller group as guard just in case, because we do have a lot of aphids now, so that might trigger.
There are intruders in the nest.
That's the big problem of it. I don't know what triggers the ant attacks, because so far we haven't attacked either colony. We haven't even come to clash with them yet. Right, are you going to break through there? Yep, there you go. You're going to break through there. So yeah, let's kill you first,
There are
quickly.
intruders in the nest.
Right, one down. And what we'll do, once we've killed these, we'll just go straight into collecting all of this shit. Because I think once they've spawned, it doesn't spawn extra ones afterwards. Yeah, I don't know whether or not the enemy ant attacks get triggered by the number of aphids you have. Like, there are certain triggers in other maps as well that do it. Like, killing a spider triggers the slave maker ants. So if you don't trigger
Predators
the spider...
are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Yeah, so if you don't kill a spider, you don't trigger the ants, which means you can just do the entire mission without dealing with like the main focus of the fight. Holy crap! That one jumped into the middle of the swarm and just got completely melted. You know what they will do? It's been long enough. Let's give some backup workers to the group and finish off that cell. Right, so that's that food there. We've got one food down that way, and then this one over here that actually has something attackable in there.
For the swamp amphibians, the nighttime feast is over. Toads give way to tiger beetles, and the ant colonies step up their activities. If the fire ants are to stand any chance of establishing a long-lasting empire, they must grow quickly. There is no time to waste.
Right, and that one thankfully is not attacking, so we don't have to worry about getting back for that one. Oh, and there's that one there.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Right, okay, so let's get all of this food first. Because, oh boy, that is a lot of food. Indeed, time for more soldiers. I think we're living up to the name of pervasive now. Food stores are full. What a surprise. I think once this cell is done, I think I'll focus then on getting them to level 2 so that they're all stronger. Because they do get health and everything boost. Okay, that's nice, but why are you telling me that? Because we aren't under attack by them.
The fire ants have encountered a tribe of Monomorium minimum
Yes,
black
they
ants.
are.
These tiny little ants may seem feeble, but the Invicta colony would do well to treat them with caution. Although primarily scavengers, they are armed with powerful chemical secretions and have been known on occasion to invade fire ant nests.
I think the time might have come. To go and exterminate a colony. We've got 100 soldiers, plus 100 in reserve. Oh, let's turn off food so they don't go into the pitcher plants. Come on, everyone. Let's just sit in front of them here. And just kill all of these. We have massive numbers right now. As long as we can just DPS fast enough on the Queen, it doesn't matter if she has extra soldiers pop, because the Queen will be dead. Yeah, I think they might have something similar to us with the pervasive. Because I can keep hearing... Either that or they've just got a lot of food stored. Which, if that is the case, they have no food left. They have no food left.
The Monomoria minimum colony is almost defeated. The Invictor army must
Jazzy.
press their advantage.
It's the birthday boy. Oh, you're going to EP. I hope you sleep well, Zaz. I hope you had a good birthday. Oh, it's a... You know I'm always happy to spend time with Zazzy. Oh, I think we're doing it. I think we're doing it. Ah, thank you, Jazzy, and you have a good sleep. I'm glad your birthday was good. I'm glad you got the holy relic of the Grommet mug.
The little black ants fought to the last to defend their queen. Now the Invictor colony will enjoy the spoils of war. Defenseless larvae from the vanquished colony will be carried home and fed to the victor's own hungry brood.
Ooh. I didn't realise we got food out of this. I suppose we'd actually best go back and start just spam upgrade on everything. We've got so much food coming in. That went better than planned. Just look at the huge green line going from our nest to theirs. Oh, all their tile, that's what it is. All their tiles are rotting away, that's what's leaving us all the food. Probably best to focus on the bigger chunks.
Parasitic wasp, Dasimutilla occidentalis, more commonly known as the red velvet ant, has wandered into Invictor territory. Although not on the hunt for fire ants, it will defend itself if threatened. Armed with an extremely powerful sting and displaying bright warning stripes, most creatures give it a wide berth.
Well, unfortunately, it got in our way. Oh, and we're full again already, oh my word.
The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores.
So that one's sorted. Let's go for that one. Oh, look at them all. Look at them go. And look at our food just skyrocket again, even after we just spent all of that money upgrading.
The battle has begun.
Wow. Evil. Just munched on a load of us.
Even in small numbers, the fire ants are menacing, but in large numbers, they are virtually unstoppable.
Oh, we've noticed that. We can now open... Oh, we've also got this one down here. I forgot about that. So we still haven't even used up all of the food options that we have available to us. Right, so that food is all taken. Let's go for this one. And then let's go finally for this one. And that is the end of the saga of the Black Ant. Now hopefully the trap jaw, well the big head ones,
Night approaches.
we might
and
not
the
have to worry about
predators
as
of the
much.
day give way to their nocturnal counterparts. As they encroach on colony territory, battles must be chosen wisely. Spread too thin, the fire ants could find themselves quickly overwhelmed.
I'm going to bring everyone back. Yeah, we're holding up on the big heads. What we'll do for tonight, I'll finish upgrading these ones to level 3. And that will involve us capping those entrances there. Because once we've killed the 2 or 3 codes that are going to come in after us, we can go for all this food that we still have in here at night safely in here. Let's do that. I mean, also look at all these that are ready to go to level 3, and look at how much food we have. We could be up to like 150, 100, almost 200. It won't be long. And Toad arrival means that we don't care anymore. Toad arrival's fine. We have so much food. Take a nice view there. Right, we have a froggy coming in from there. One coming in from there. One from there.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Okay, that's there. That's a good distance away. I don't care about that for now. Ooh. Or should we? No, because if we did, we'd have left this one alone.
The battle has begun. Predators are loose in the nest.
And that one's
larvae
all the way
must be protected.
away for now, so that's fine. Killed that one. Then come back here to kill these 2. Or these 3. Oof. These 4. Ooh. I think this is the point where we're extremely happy that we have just so
Predators are loose
many.
in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Oh my god, and 5 of them over here. Although... I mean, this time we have just completely wiped them out, though. I was actually expecting to... Having all 5 of them at once actually worried me. Yeah, and we've got this one coming up here. I'm not gonna go straight for it. I'm gonna give it some time for a few more to pop out. Now we can go for it. Because also, again, all of that has given us a fairly hefty chunk of food. Can you see any more red dots on the minimap? I can't. I think we're okay. I think we're safe. Is that a... Toads avoided. Okay, good. Let's... It would have been really nice if they'd have dug through there, because then we could have had a shortcut to the food, but never mind. We're up to 150 now. 150 soldiers. Right, that set of food has been taken. Now go for that set. I'm going to move these workers down here for now.
Staving off another night of attacks, the Invicta colony once again proves its strength. Despite this victory, there is yet one obstacle that stands in its way. Ever present, the bullfrog looms over the ants.
Yeah,
the beast must be defeated.
We're snowballing up now. I mean, don't forget as well, this 150 does include a bunch of extras from here already. So it might only be like 250 maximum once we've done all of this. Yeah, it's a chamber of 101 fire ants. But I don't know if that I don't know if that actually counts the tiles or the numbers. But yeah, still 400 of them. I think the big heads are in for a rather large shock when this finally hits them. Right, I'm going to just, rather than going for the 6s, I'm going to upgrade the ones that are already able to go to 12. Because that just then gives us the extra ants to work with. That set has been done. You could actually do this. Pop in a little bit of speed down that one corridor and up here.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
Right, there's one last lump of food to go and get. Oh no, 2 lumps of food. Ignore me, there's more. But yeah, these tiles are speed tiles, so ants that go over them go a little bit faster. So it might give us a bit of an edge to run around the sort of... Rather than waiting for 2 toads to get to us, we can run to one of them, kill it, and then go back to the other one and probably have a slightly better time of it. Also seeing that number, 156 then. just in the group was ridiculous. But I want these. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. The extra workers have helped get the eggs onto the tiles. That's perfect. That's what I wanted. Hey guys, guess what? I'm coming to eat you.
The fire ants and big-headed ants have met in their first skirmish. Sensing the new danger, the Morisi colony responds by awakening ancestral super soldier genes in selected brood, feeding them until their heads are engorged with muscle. The big-headed ants now have a super soldier caste to justify their name. At huge economic cost to the colony, these frenzied champions have been raised for one purpose: to crush the fire ants.
Crush, you say? Crush, you say? As we go back slowly across the line of fire ants, slowly going towards the big heads. Yes, you better fucking run. Super Soldier cast this. And I'm literally going to sit my entire army here. Kill them all. Make them use up their food to spawn more. Kill them again. And then I'm going to go into their nest. Oh, here come the big heads. Yeah, you can't stop the swarm. You can explode and stun us for a second, but you can't stop the swarm. This is what we call bullying. Right, I'm going to move those back over to the group to start collecting from the aphids again. Okay, they're not sending more out. That, to me, seems like a good sign that they have no food left. Oh no, they do have some brood. But do they have the food to hatch them is the question. We're about to see what happens. Because they're going straight for the queen. All 180 of them are going straight for the queen. Hey queen, how are you? We've got a party for you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, big heads. Bye-bye.
The Morisi colony has fallen, their champions spent, and their queen vanquished. In the end, they could not stand up to the might of the Invicta army.
Now, we only have to concern ourselves with Big Mama Bullfrog. Also, can we say more food? oh, this is beautiful. We're going to have an entire another colony worth of food. Well, and toads, but I don't know. We might just be able, if we can quickly, like, because don't forget as well, a lot of these are now already upgraded. So once we've cleared out this nest, we might just be able to go straight after that massive frog. We can finish upgrading all of these ones, upgrade this set, and we will have everyone at level 3. Or at least as many as we can at level 3, because of obviously we didn't think we'd have this much food. We didn't consider that we would have this much from beating up the other colonies. Because normally when you kill ants you get nothing. But in all the other maps we've never gone directly for the colony and it not be the end goal. The couple of times that we've had to do that before, hitting the colony ended the mission. Because that was our goal, was just to win. But this time round, it was a side objective to kill the colonies. Which means they've given us free food. I'm actually going to have to move that 19 back indoors so we can actually get some of this working done quicker. And I'm actually, because of how much food we've got, I'm going to actually upgrade our workers as well. Because we are actually running out of stuff we aren't upgrading quick enough to be able to take the food back. So you can go, you and you can go. That means you and you will be fine. You two can't be done any further. Neither can you three or you. It's actually, we've been able to upgrade a lot more of these than I thought we would, considering the haphazard nature of the room. That food's done. Let's go to this cell next.
As the sun sets, the local amphibians begin to emerge from moist crevices near the water's edge. Lone invertebrates will be picked off quickly. The ants should travel in numbers or not at all.
We're going to have to get back. No. I was going to say, do we risk just rushing the massive bullfrog? But if we're unlucky,
The ants must fight.
the queen could end up dying beforehand.
But
we're gonna have,
beetle, Galerita bicolor, is also on the prowl for small prey tonight. It impersonates the true bombardier to ward off potential predators, and its mimicry isn't simply visual. It too can spray defensively from its abdomen. In this case, the fluid of choice is the familiar formic acid.
Formic D's nuts, beetle. I don't care if that didn't make any sense. There's like 200 of us. Oh, we can actually get that one as well. But now we don't have to defend the aphids outside either. Do you think they're gonna? Do you think they can find the queen? I can't find the queen.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Having the extra workers. I mean, we actually still have enough left after all of that to make more soldiers if we do some more digging.
There are intruders in the nest. The ants will fight to the death.
Yeah, luckily there's enough of us that we can just swarm. And even, I mean, even if these ones die, it's in the middle of the spawning ground. It's like, what is it gonna do? We've got one down there, so we do want to keep an eye on that one. But if we can go and kill these two... I mean, they are dying really quickly as well. Because we've got to remember as well, this time round, not only do we have the numbers, but they're all upgraded. Because these have, not only have we got more ants, but they've also got the stat increases of the upgrade. I do not see any more red dots on the mini-map. I am thinking... Well, I'm not even going to bother that. I mean, I've upgraded the workers as much as they can now. We can't upgrade them any further anyway. But I can add more to this. And drop in a few upgrades to it as well. So depending on... I mean, honestly, we could, considering the numbers we've got, if we killed the toads now and we don't have to worry, we could send them back to the other ant colony and carry on with the food harvest. I'm going to do that. Because we've got that many as well. We're also going to be killing stuff on the way, which is extra food. We've got that much in terms of numbers now. I mean, we're at 250 almost. None of these insects, even if they're in a group, are going to be able to do anything at all to us. So if we just basically go out and bully them, I mean, just look at that. Just look at that beautiful line of gnashing
Dawn
teeth.
breaks, and the salamanders and toads retire to their damp
Oh,
alcoves
well, dawn
to
broke.
wait out the
Okay.
sun. Only the great bullfrog remains. She sits patiently on her throne, waiting for the next meal to wander by.
I say we go in, we finish off looting the food, we get as many upgrades done as we can, then we go after Big Mama Frog. Because we've still got a good amount of food in here. And we have the numbers that we might be able to do all this in one trip as well.
The battle has begun.
Oh no, whatever will we do? It's killed a few of us. I mean, you can see how nasty this would be in... The food count is this bit up the top. These three sets of numbers at the top. So this top one is the food. So max food we can hold is 1,000. I don't think it was up. I think it's just sometimes hard to see depending on where it's at. If it's sort of like... If like in a weird area, it can be hard to see it. Oh! That would explain it. Yeah, the first one is our food, which we're going to want to go and spend some. So we can actually carry on collecting. Because, oh boy, are we collecting a lot of food. No, my laugh is terrible.
The ants will fight to the death.
Oh, will we? I don't think you can survive this, Velvet Ant. Do you understand how we're working right now? There's 250 of us, and we're hungry, and we have cleaned out this entire nest of food. You know what we could do? Just to be even better, I'm going to take that one. I'm going to take another group, and we're going to go down to this one. I'm going to turn off food gathering just in case. And I'm going to take this number 4 down to here. And we're just going to take all of the aphids just to be greedy. We've already maxed out our food.
The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores.
But, and we still have... Do we have anywhere else we can dig in here? We do. We could just, like, dig this. Take that speed tile out. And just squeeze in a few, like another 6, which will turn out to be another 12 once we've upgraded them. Well, let's see. Right, so the blue group are sorted. You can return home. Oh, they are actually... These ones are fighting each other on this map. Okay. Right, green are sorted. You can also go home. Oh, and there's caterpillars on here as well. So they're also getting the caterpillars. Which is more food. But what's our aphid count at now? We've got 50 aphids. That is mildly crazy because we have all of the aphids on the map now. It's time to finish those last few upgrades, I think.
The ants must fight.
I'm not even going to look to see what's attacking us because we're just going to win. It's like it's not even a question anymore. I think that's all the upgrades we're going to have to get out of this. So I think, Rev, the time has come. The time has come. No food collection anymore. We've got 276, including one brood chamber that is 200
The ants
on
must
its own.
defend themselves.
Oh no, the ants have to defend themselves. How will they manage? Are you ready? Everyone, charge. It is time to swarm. Incredibly high health and attacks hit all ants in a large area with high damage. Enemies at range can be hit with the tongue, executing instantly, causing a heal in stacks of duration for every ant hit. It will attempt to hop off at low
The
health.
fire ants have mounted their first attack upon the great American bullfrog, Litabates scatesbianus. The brave frontline soldiers are quickly crushed and eaten. They must surround and swarm the enormous creature to stand any chance of defeating it.
Yeah, enemy mounting's on. Hence why they're all on its back.
Again and again, soldiers clamp onto the bullfrog's leathery skin and inject their Solenopsis venom, but the beast shows no signs of wavering. The fire ants must maintain their resolve.
But we've still got like a good 150 of them left. And look at its health bar draining. Look at how fast it's draining. We've won.
Overwhelmed with burning venom, the bullfrog finally succumbs to the might of the fire ants.
Right, time to escape.
Utterly spent, it collapses on the hillside, leaving the victors free to consume its body.
I see amphibian arrival in 40 seconds.
Unbeknownst to the ants, the presence of the bullfrog was keeping many other local amphibians at bay. The power vacuum it left behind is attracting a host of salamanders and frogs eager to take its place. The ants should go to ground quickly and prepare for the imminent chaos.
Final rush. Royside food stores are full, so even if we have them all glowing, we need to have the workers. We need the workers. So they need to replenish the eggs. Salamanders be coming. It's not even taking the route that we already have laid out for it. It's just going for it.
The ants must defend themselves.
Yep, survive the invaders. So luckily this one came in on its own, so it's going to be doomed. You're dying. You're about to die up there. Oh lord, this is gonna start. This is gonna be a bit. This is gonna be a hell of a run now. There's 180 of us still, and things should die quickly. You can hear from the noise that things are dying that aren't us. I think we got this. I think we got this. This one's going to go next. This one's going to try and come in, and it's going to attract their attention. But let's just send a bunch up there first and then bring them back. I'm glad we went for the sheer quantity. Quantity seemed to work really well for us. I mean, holy shit, that went insanely fast. I think this is the last one. Yeah, we've done it.
As the anarchy above ground settles and with the invaders crushed, a new order is established. This is now the domain of the Fire Ant.
Just frog bodies everywhere. Woo! I'm gonna go for the food. That's not a bad score. I mean, it did take us a long time. But I think that's just the nature of us getting to like day 4. There probably is like a
Eat hearty, grow strong. The work will continue soon.
Hello?
Shh, shh.
Oh, it's you. Is something wrong?
No.
Okay, we've got 4 more tiles we could dig, so let's not bother with those. Well, that's the thing. We're in this a hidden one now. I mean, look. Is that fucking sphagnum moss? For fuck's sake. It is. Right, let's... Oh, we are actually going to have to send these couple out to get a bit of food first. Yeah, let's see. What was the next one? A bridge too far. Impending floods could mark the end for this fire ant colony. That sounds interesting. This could be a fun one. Go for pervasive again. And we'll remember the way we did this. Assuming we can get the same level of food. It was make 7 workers. Make at least 2 cells worth of warriors unupgraded. Then do 2 separate ones of... 2 separate sort of cells of warriors, and then upgrade. Yeah, this one definitely is going to be one of those.
This Fire Ant Queen
Full
has
on.
travelled for miles on her nuptial flight, finally landing atop a sandy mound deep in the swamp. The
Oh,
vantage
we just have to
point
grow the
might seem like
population
an
on this one.
ideal home, but it may be short-lived. This whole area is
So we
liable
actually
to
have
flooding,
numbers to get
and
to.
nearby rainfall is already causing the groundwater to rise. Exhausted and without her wings, the queen is unable to move on alone. But if she can amass enough daughters in time, the colony as a whole may stand a chance.
No, have you never seen this before? Where they actually make a raft and they just float on the water and just as a raft rather than a bridge. The whole point of this, it's going to be a rafting thing. If it's going to flood and we need a certain number, it's going to be this number's needed to make a full-on raft of fire ants. And that's going to be the win condition. That is going to be this is going to be a fun one, I can tell. Right, so first of all, we did the 7 workers. Because these workers can now be set to collect other stuff whilst the brood workers can get on with digging.
Predators are loose in the
Oh!
nest. The larvae must be protected.
I didn't even realise that there was something there to attack us.
Many nearby creatures have already been washed out of their homes by the rising water. A lucky few have been deposited on the shores east of the nest. As more arrive, tensions will rise. There isn't space here for everyone.
Yeah, luckily we can still kill this, it's just going to require some sacrifices. Is that an entry? Because if that is a way in, we're going to need to be careful of it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff around here as well. A lot of food. But it's how much of it do we want to risk going for? I mean, those are going to be ones that are too big for us, I think. This one could be okay. Oh no, that's a big
False
one.
bombardier larvae are burrowing through the earth surrounding the nest. They are already large and will hold their ground against small groups of ants.
Right, we might get lucky. It's going to require sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Because that's opened up more food for us, especially all of this. So now Team 1 can go up and grab that. Which means we can add to the soldiers. And adding to the soldiers is our priority. Not only to save our skins, but also for this lovely counter. I'm going to put the food store here. Yeah, we beat it. We ended up with like 250 level 3 warriors. I think we did it. I think it was day 4, and we just tore the thing apart. It stood no chance. Right, and I was going to add food around the door. Yeah, Queen, they didn't even reach the Queen in the final rush because the Queen's chamber was just full of 250 fire ants. Nothing could even get close.
The boggy earth at the base of the mound is now saturated, and as night approaches, the water begins to creep
Dragonfly.
closer. The new arrivals will rush to higher ground, heading straight for the nest. There is nowhere else to go. A great blue skimmer, Libellula vibrans, hunts overhead. This fantastic aerial predator shouldn't cause any trouble for the ants. That is, unless it decides to land in their way. Food is abundant, but as the floodwater begins to rise, the ants will quickly lose access to the lower lands.
We've got stuff incoming.
The battle has begun.
Now seeing that they're all coming in like this, in this number, I'm thinking it's probably a good idea not to open that up straight away. When we simply don't, I mean, even with like a whole thing of warriors, we just don't have the ant power to fight all of this.
The ants must protect the queen.
So I'm thinking rather than opening up the main entrance, this is going to be one of those ones where we get the food we can, we open up the areas from least dangerous to most dangerous, gather food, make soldier, open new area, gather food, make soldier, move into a new area, and so on. And stay underground. Don't open the entrance. Ants are not weird bugs. Because technically bugs are the ones that have a proboscis. Technically. These are not bugs. Because they have mandibles. Fuck, I'm a nerd. I should just leave now. It's too late for me. I'm just a nerd. Oh, okay. I figured it was something like that because I know there's been some of them where you can just not open it for a while.
Nuptial flight, finally landing atop a sandy mound deep in the swamp. The vantage point might seem like an ideal home, but it may be short-lived. This whole area is liable to flooding, and nearby rainfall is already causing the groundwater to rise. Exhausted and without her wings, the queen is unable to move on alone. But if she can amass enough daughters in time, the colony as a whole may stand a chance.
Oh, collect food. Yeah, I know I keep coming back to it, but this game really is making me want to sort of like get things ready for this autumn. Ready for the next sort of major nuptial flight and sort of try and catch a few queens myself. Because the last 2 attempts I had, the queens sadly died, and that was like before COVID. Obviously, I've not been outside enough in the autumn to collect any more since then. But I think I got a pavement ant queen and a Lasius niger, I think it is. Just common European black ant. I cannot for the life of me remember what the pavement ants are called. Pavement ants are fucking tiny. But I know I'd managed to catch 2.
Many nearby
From different nests. Because we've got like 2 different nests just outside the front entrance of where I live.
By the rising
of
water.
Different types.
A lucky few have been deposited on the shores east of the nest. As more arrive, tensions will rise. There isn't space here for everyone.
I mean, this one is risky, opening up a direct line to the queen, thinking about it. I should have, like, put it out up here.
There are intruders in the nest. The battle has begun.
We did this last time. We took a few sacrifices, but they're willing. Ones I'm willing to make. Ha ha, funny Shrek joke. Break into there, take that food. Wait, no. Brown ones go there. That's collected. That's collected. This one was a relatively... No, we did manage to get this one before. And we actually have more soldiers this time around, so we should be fine to kill this one.
False bombardier larvae are burrowing through the earth surrounding the nest. They are already large and will hold their ground against small groups of ants.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
There's a lot of food there, but I'm assuming if we open that one up... Yep, there we go. There's another entrance up there. But that food... Ooh, it went out. It just went up and through. No, the food is too useful. Just go for it.
The boggy earth at the base of the mound is now saturated, and as night approaches, the water begins to creep closer. The new arrivals will rush to higher ground, heading straight for the nest. There is nowhere else to go.
Yeah, but this time, now that we know what's going on, we've got a lot more soldiers than we had.
Food is abundant, but as the floodwater begins to rise, the ants will quickly lose access to the lower lands.
More food for the colony.
There are intruders in the nest.
Yeah, so they're not coming from... Oh, no, they are. Yeah, it is. That one has just opened up on its own. Yeah, we didn't have long. But restarting it anyway, now that we know what we're doing, gave us a chance to prepare a little bit more.
The ants must defend themselves. The ants must protect the queen.
Right, big one down. Other larvae gone. More food for the queen. Lay those eggs, you glorious little one. I was going to say you glorious chunk, but unfortunately she's not a chunk like the other species. Okay, so let's go back up there, grab more food. I mean, it's the pine cones that I know will be really useful to get. Especially the ones lower down.
The inundation has slowed, and fewer creatures are washing up to the east. The ants have an opportunity to explore for food, but there are other dangers at night. Moist-skinned amphibians have come out to take advantage of this new water world, harvesting lost insects displaced from their burrows. A great blue skimmer, Libellula vibrans, hunts overhead. This fantastic aerial predator shouldn't cause any trouble for the ants. That is, unless it decides to land in their way.
Right, I'm going to just rush out for this. That's a lot of food sitting right near us. There's not a lot of worry about competition in the meantime. And I think we've almost got rid of it as well. Yep, so we've already got rid of that one. And that's giving us a good amount more. The Piling Warriors. And again, at this point, I'm not even thinking upgrading. I'm just going for sheer quantity. Look at that beauty. We're a bit. Right, there's nothing. Oh, I see a problem there. I see manted fly. Is that on
The
our
ants
level?
must fight.
Yeah, that's not on our level. We can't get there, can we? We get to that one? No, not safely. No, definitely not safely if that guy's walking around. We do have milkweed as well on this one. So we don't start with any aphids. So something to think about next time. That looks a bit too dangerous to go into right now. Not much food in that direction, so I think... Yeah, I figured that one. When we see the numbers we've got, 32 fire ants. I think 32 is enough to take on a mantid. I think that's it. We've got enough to take on the mantid. Are you not actually going to attack us? That's actually surprising. I just hate the fact the mantid fly is almost the same size as the frog.
A pine woods tree frog, Gila femoralis, has wandered into the trail. This one has taken a break from mate calling for a quick meal, and it seems that ants are on the menu.
Yeah, I do not think we have the numbers to do this. Luckily we're pervasive, so all the ones that just died should be fine. Nope, let's not go back there. That's still on the move. It's daytime. Let it go. Let it go. That's where you wanted to attack us.
Continued rainfall is about to bring another torrent flushing through the bog, carrying with it a slew of ill-tempered arthropods.
Everyone get back in. We're going to have friends visiting, so let's make sure we roll out the welcome mat. By welcome mat, I mean mandibles. A nom nom nom. But 144 more soldiers. Let's keep that extra set of worker brood in the Queen's group. That way we've got extra hands or extra teeth, mandibles even, going around helping replenish the eggs. You know, not that one. Go for this one.
Predators are loose in the nest.
Or not.
The larvae must be protected.
Where are we? No, I did say come back here, please. One up there.
The ants must defend themselves.
Let's face it, 2 larvae are not going to be enough to hurt us at the moment. They're just free food. So there's a corridor going all the way around here. A tunnel of going from an in to an out there. Similar to this one. Right, let's risk opening that. Oh, that's fine. There's 2 of those.
Predators
We can do
are
that.
loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Thinking maybe rushing down to that one again. Not far away. And we have got the numbers to take out that beetle.
The ants must fight.
Right, so quickly kill. Quickly gather.
An ant has found itself entangled on the sticky tentacle of a dwarf sundew. As it tries to struggle free, more tentacles are drawn in, drowning the victim in thick mucilage.
Okay, and then everyone back.
With nowhere to drain, the floodwater creeps ever nearer to the nest. Already cramped and irritated, a panic ensues, and the refugees scramble for higher ground.
Is there a set number of insects on the map? Or do they just randomly spawn? Because I'm just wondering whether or not it's worth going out and sort of killing them in advance before they come to us. Okay, that's a good thing to know. Right, water hasn't come up far enough to lock us off from that yet. And there's nothing else coming after us for now. So let's go finish off that. Murder this on the way.
The battle has begun.
No, it hasn't. It's already ended. Right, next one. That food there is... Oh, we're not going to get the aphids from there anymore. What a shame. But we can't get that. We can get that. That's going to be a pontoon thing.
News of the insect feast has spread across the swamp. With growing numbers of amphibians patrolling the waters, the Invicta's scavenging expeditions will need to be well defended.
Oh, okay, I see a big salamander coming.
An eastern newt, Notophalmus viridations, is devouring ants. Growing up to 10 centimeters in length, it dwarfs other creatures on the mound. Its red skin is toxic and serves as a warning to potential predators. A colony of little black ants marooned on a smaller section of the mound may be reachable if the fire ants join together to bridge the gap.
So what you're telling me is, we want to go and eat them? I don't think we have enough for that. I mean, we might. We do have 60 odd. Right, who else looks easily destroyed? You're going to probably open it up to those two. But that's a risk I'm willing to take. Because that might be free food. It's that... No, it doesn't even open them up. Okay. It just opens up the food there. But does open up another entrance for things to get into us. But that's fine. We have the numbers. This is probably the next best one to go for.
The ants must fight.
Free food there. There'll be some free food in here as well. Ooh, spicy. But not spicy enough. We get another 12 in there, which will get us down to 84 needed. That's another 30. And plus we've got all this space here as well. I think we'll be fine. Only second attempt because that first one we did like about 4 minutes of it and then restarted. Once we realised what was going on and what we needed to do, we realised that we'd kind of fucked up the first bit, so we just restarted it. Oh, good. They're in two separate groupings.
The ants
Perfect.
must defend themselves.
I think this one's working so well because it's basically the same strategy we had as last time, which was a few workers just to help keep things running, and then everything else just level 1. Just warriors, warriors, warriors. Especially helpful because the whole point of this is to get population.
As the water draws ever nearer, more insects begin to wash up on the bank. The Invicta colony must maintain control or risk being overrun.
Right, so once the next attack's over, we go up and break up into these two. Actually, I'll leave that. There's no extra food there, so that's only going to give us, like, maybe 20 food tops. which isn't really worth the risk of what those could be. That could cause a bit too much damage, so we might just go straight for this, because there's extra food there, so it is more worth it. But a big froggy coming in.
There are intruders in the nest.
They got in through the window.
The battle has begun.
I'm sorry, Froggy. It was a bad idea fighting in our, essentially our armory.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
Fine, I don't care about the workers. We have enough of those. And the other ones will just get stuff on their own.
There are intruders in the nest. The ants must fight.
At least the frogs give decent food. I'm going to go through this way. Because that way they at least have to come all the way down here and around. They can't go straight into where that... Oh, hang on, wait, they'd have to go past that anyway, so... It wouldn't make that much difference, to be honest, thinking about it. Right, fights seem to have stopped for now. We can get everyone forward, kill the stuff that's in here.
The battle has begun.
Okay, take all of that food, and then we'll build more more soldiers. Next one is that way, but that is a little bit risky. Because there's not much spare food. But there are a couple of very large exclamations at the end. What have we got outside in terms of food? More beetles. Still technically pontoon over to there as well. We've got another couple of days to pontoon over to that. Maybe. What I am going to do is I'm going to start going down and killing some of these extra bugs. Oh, lovely. We've decided to do a creature attack whilst I'm in the middle of a fight.
The battle has begun.
Okay, now everyone back. Everyone back.
Again, the floodwaters rise. The washed-up invertebrates panic, and a stampede ensues. The Invicta soldiers must form ranks quickly.
Yeah, there's still just enough to go and do that.
The battle has begun.
Oh, they're not doing too bad. They're going to kill at least one of them, I think. We'll get him at least low enough health for the fight when he comes inside. Phrasing. Right, and let's send them away from the Queen with the Bombardiers, because the Bombardiers are probably going to have area effect damage on... Oh, they're already dead. Never mind. And that will just... He's going to have to just attack the little ones. Okay, so more soldier. Or we can we pontoon? Can we pontoon over? No, no, we can't. No, we can't pontoon over to that one yet. It's still a little bit too high up. No, and that's not where we're after either. So enough food. Do not go into the trumpet plants. These are the pitcher plants. No, I don't want you to go in. I want you to go next to. I mean, I'm hoping we have enough to pontoon over.
The ants must fight.
I think, yeah, we've got plenty to pontoon over. Oh look, you decide to fight when the rest of them have
Black Ant
disappeared over.
colony is soon to be flooded. This is the fire ants' last chance to raid their nest.
Right, so just don't go inside. Just stay out here and kill the workers as they're coming in and out.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
Because this is mildly risky in case there's attack on us back home. We're not going to get back very quickly. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out for us. Stop that. Keep everyone back. It was a worthy attempt, but I think we needed more. What do we? How many up? We do actually have a... Especially, unless you go running into the frog. Okay, never mind. No, they still just have too many. It's not worth the risk.
As if the colony didn't already have enough to deal with, the Great Blue Skimmer has chosen this moment to touch down right outside the nest. Unchecked, this titan of the sky will no doubt disrupt colony activities, but if the soldiers are able to bring her down, the rewards could be mighty.
I mean, it would be much better if, you know, the newt wasn't fighting us at the same time.
After a sustained assault from the fire ants, the skimmer's stamina is beginning to wane. She leaps away from battle and prepares to take off. If the ants want to prevent her escape, they'll need to act quickly.
Amphibian for lunch. A quick kill.
Focusing through the pain of the Solenopsis venom, the great skimmer cleared her wings, stretched her flight muscles, and managed to take to the air just in time. She won't be landing back here anytime soon.
Damn. That was... If I realised she'd just landed up here, I would have rushed her, but we did have, like, 2 newts and a thingy here at the same time. Ooh! Can actually get to some of the aphids here. A bit of a long walk, but... Oh, we have brought 7 back as well. I didn't even realise we'd done that. We've got to go quicker. We've got to get the rest of this food stuff. Take the food, take the food, take the aphids. Foods and aphids have been collected. I'm going to go and eat the froggy. Never mind, the froggy's left.
The ants will fight to the death.
Is this going to be the last... Was that the last day we could have gone for these guys? Yeah, that was the last time we could have gone for the black ant colony. Right, so in that case, we can now go for that. Let's see. So we either need... about 2,000 more food
to swell, finally drowning the Monomorium colony. The fire ants watch as it sinks into the murky depths, foreshadowing their own demise.
So either 2,000 to make more workers, or 70, 40. That 2,800 to do the soldiers route. put some of you onto a separate group to go for pure harvesting. Pure harvesting duty for you guys. Oh, and we can get...
The ants will fight to the death.
An ant has fallen victim to a carnivorous plant. The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores.
Oh, and that's got a load of food on it. Leave that going for a while now. And in the meantime, focus on finishing that lot off. And then once those have been created, we'll be able to see how many we need to get to. I mean, luckily our numbers are such now that we might not have as much of an issue. Depending on what we're actually attacking. I think that we were attacking the beetle, that's why the spider was still not dying. As much as I want the rest of that, we need to kill the spider first. Right, so there's just one left there, so... $50 more soldiers. Which is 2,000 food to get. Or... $1,500 if we just go with doing workers. So let's just grab as much as we can for now. Kill every bug we can see. We've got our group there harvesting that. I'm going to move the other warriors back onto there. Expand that original worker cell. Swarm the bugs. Eat everything you can. We need the food stores. Speaking of food stores.
The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores.
Okay, now that's fine. So go back to that. No, it's not. Fine, we have creatures attacking soon. Where can we fit?
Another surge advances, spreading a desperate frenzy throughout the beached survivors. The Invicta colony must leave now, or prepare their last stand.
Oh, I don't think we're going to make it. Okay, so we've lost that food source. We still have our aphids, though. Still have our aphids. So to get the last lot, we're gonna need to go into this. We're gonna need to break through and kill the things and take their food. It's gonna be close. Ooh, that's 200 food right there. $26 more workers we need. And I'm literally going to fill everything we possibly have now. There's no time for digging. We need bodies right now, and this is a lot of food. This might be just enough.
Time has run out. The
Oh
Invicta
no.
colony must gather atop the mound. They won't get another chance.
Oh. This is going to be cutting it so close. $80 more at the top of the hill. No! Don't take food back! Stop it! You fools! Everyone get to the top of the hill! Why are you going back? You fools! Right, don't fight, don't do anything, just get to the hill. We can lose a few. Just get enough to make our raft. Oh, your kid, come on, stop walking back. There's nothing to go and get. I mean, Queen, it would be good if you came up as well, but you know. Oh, this is really annoying. They keep walking back to the fucking thing. I swear, if that's what actually kills the run. It is. That's going to be what's killed the one, because they've eaten too many of us. Because they kept fucking running back down into the... Since that's what they normally... They just walk back and forth on their path. Because I put it there, they just didn't fucking go there. And we don't have enough anything in reserves or anything. We have no more things there. Yeah, that is just really we had enough. We just scraped having enough and they just wouldn't stay on the top of the fucking hill.
The ants must defend themselves.
The ants can piss off. It's their own fault they died now. It is their own fault that they died. There's probably some, but we don't have the amount of warriors left. I mean, if we can actually have them, I mean, they are thankfully now now that I've brought some of the workers back in and we have enough workers, they are slowly restocking the soldier cells. But yeah, with 40 seconds, we're not going to be able to do this. The run's ruined because of stupid AI. That is annoying. We almost got that on the first full try. After our quick little restart a few minutes in. But if we'd have been a bit more aggressive early with those black ants, we probably would have done it. Yeah, I do count it as a win.
The Invicta colony has fallen.
Glug,
Water
glug, glug.
poured through the nest tunnels, washing away brood and drowning the queen. A potential great fire ant empire reduced to a mound of wet mud at the bottom of a pond.
Oh, well. We got a decent score for that, and we got a little bit of food and some territory for it. Not the best, but something. This is the last one. Unless there's another Formicarium challenge afterwards. That is the last one to go. Yeah, there's one Formicarium challenge, but that is the last one we have left. But we are in no fit shape to do the Formicarium challenge because we haven't got anyone. And luckily we've got like the 6,000 odd food that we got given for the last one, so I'll probably gather all that up, build up what we can. I mean, we can also now. I am liking pervasive. Get them up to that. Let's see. Damage is increased when mounted on an enemy. They wouldn't offer us that unless the last Formicarium challenge involved something that you had to mount. Gives a small chance to take no damage when hit. That is nice, but still. Upon reaching 0 health, Fire Ant is returned to the full health but only survives for a further few seconds with reduced attack speed. And last laugh, upon death, Fire Ant deals high damage to the nearest enemy. We're taking that one. That's basically a yeah, if I'm gonna die, I'm taking you with me button. And I'm thinking we're going to take that one, the sure-footed one. Let's say they wouldn't offer us that if that wasn't going to be part of the Formicarium challenge. Especially since we've had to fight the large frog, which was having to mount the enemy. So I'm assuming the final Formicarium challenge is going to have a large frog or a dragonfly or something like that. So that will give us that extra bit of damage. Right, okay, now that you've done enough there, let's bring you back in to make those workers. Let's pop a couple of food tiles down. Yeah, that's it. The devs are still working on it. So there's probably going to be at least a couple more levels, if not more. But obviously, unlike a lot of RPG games, they're doing proper scenarios for each of these. It's not just you're a colony, you have an enemy colony, kill the enemy colony. Like a lot of things, Command and Conquer, Red Alert, Supreme Commander, all of those games are simply destroy your enemy for the most part. Yeah, it might have new maps, but the objective is essentially the same. Build a base, build an army, destroy enemy. Whereas with this, the devs are putting in some actual effort so that each scenario, whilst keeping similar mechanics, is different to all the others. I mean, just look at the 2 Fire Ant ones we've done today. One of them was, we've got to destroy a big bullfrog. But there's a bunch, using all the other things we've learned from the other levels, collect the food, destroy enemies, build up army, take down the big thing. And then in this one, there's no big thing. But what there is water. It's the same mechanics, but they've added something different to it to make it interesting. Which I think is going to be the hard part, unless they start making it so that we can play as some of the ants that we've had to fight against. Yeah, I noticed that in the patch notes. They're changing the species that are actually showing up in those levels because they don't match the locations, which they don't need to do. I don't think anyone noticed, unless you're someone that knows insects a lot. You wouldn't know if that type of beetle would be here. I mean, do I know whether that mantis fly we've been dealing with in the past couple of levels is endemic to the same region as fire ants? I don't know. Chances are 99.9% of players, if not fewer, if not more, are not going to know that level of detail about specific species of that area. But the devs, God bless them, actually want it to be realistic and sensible. You know, they're not going to put leafcutter ants in a location in Britain because they would just fucking die. And they know full well that there's going to be one person somewhere that comes at them and says, you do know that those species don't live in the same place, right? Yeah, it's like they actually give a shit about ants. It's not just that they've gone, well, let's make an RTS. What can we do to be different? Oh, let's do it with ants. It's like they've come into it going, ants are really fucking cool. Let's make a game with them. Which I really like. You know, it's rare to sort of find any kind of developer, indie or not, that's that passionate about a subject that they just go, you know what, let's just make an entire game based around it. I mean, it's not even like they've gone with like just ant species that are all from the same area either. So it's not like they're from, say, Thailand, and they've gone, well, these 3 species of ants are near us. We know what they do. Let's make them. Because fire ants, army ants, leafcutter ants, I think they do share some areas. Obviously, the leafcutters and the fire and the army ants do because they're in the same map together. And if they weren't, then the devs would have fixed that. You know, they would realise, okay, this scenario needs to tweak. They don't live in the same area. But do fire ants live in the same place as army ants? I don't know. I mean, let's have a look. What was the other species? Formica erecta. I think that's European. Formica rusca, I think, might be Europe. The wood ant, I know, is definitely, because we have these in England. And so these ones I know are definitely going to be European. If they can survive in England, they're probably going to be in Europe as well. Yeah, I do just love the fact, like you say, that they're putting in the research to this game. Which a lot of devs just wouldn't really care to bother with. Which it's nice. It's, you know, it's like, so I know Rev, you like me, you're a nerd and you like train stuff. If someone made a game where you had, I mean, I know there is actually one coming out, so there's like Rail Locomotive Engineer or something. That's one of the mechanic sims. But if it turns out that they've put in proper research to that to understand how they're built, that would be a really cool thing, because it's a niche that they haven't that hasn't really been looked at, that can educate some people. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people playing this game that might not have ever heard about a lot of these. I mean, leafcutter ants, I think a lot of people know about because they're weird. Or was it not? I know there was someone from Snails' streams that was trains. I thought it might have been you. I know you're very Lego. Okay, you're technically tank engines are a thing. I mean, you know about Thomas, right? That is why Thomas the Tank Engine is a tank engine, because he actually has a cannon mounted on his back. It's the Fat Controller hasn't told him he has it yet. I was going to say, was it mislabeled or was it mislabeled on purpose? Because I know when they were first deployed, no one knew what the fuck was going on with them. Hey, Kenma. I haven't stopped yet. Unlike you managed to catch me. Welcome in. Oh, that was the last time people in chat. The last time Ken tried to raid me, it was about 10 seconds after I hit the end stream button. And so everyone turned up to an empty chat and a blank screen. And I was still in chat and I just noticed the raid and I'm like, yeah, a little late. You just missed. Yeah, let me It was a funny one. It was very fun timing. Make sure I've typed that in right. Ooh, Zomboid. I've been a long time fan of Zomboid. So I should see if Sheeper and the gang want to play Zomboid at some point. Especially with that relatively new update that came out with the basements and everything. And granted, I'd have to remove a bunch of the mods that I use, but that might be for a fun stream. It is. I mean, it's one of those games that you keep coming back to. I've had it since before it came onto Steam. I think I've owned. I think I've owned it for like the past 10 years while it's been in development, and it's gone through so many changes. I mean, there was also I think at one point the place where they kept the house where they kept the source code got flooded in England, and they lost the hard drives, and so they had to rewrite the whole thing from scratch, which is why it's taking so long to make it. So I think they got about 4 years into it, and then all the source code got destroyed. Yeah, it's been going for a long time. But like I say, it's just that one thing that went wrong that really put them back, and God bless them, they're keeping on with it. Yeah, they could have said, sorry guys, we've lost the source code, we're giving up. It's going to take too much effort. It's going to have to be abandonware. But yeah, it is really in depth as well. Like you say, you know, it's been going for a long time, so that they've had. I mean, originally it started as like a story. So when you woke up, you didn't have any character creation or anything like that. You just woke up as a you were in a house as a guy. Your wife was ill in bed, and so you had to spend the first bit, you know, barricading your house, looking after your wife, making sure she was fine. Turns out she was bitten by a zombie. She gets up, attacks, you fight back, and then, of course, it opens the world up kind of how it is now. You know, you leave the house, and then you've got the entire Fort Knox, or whatever it's called. Knox County, that was it. Got the entire Knox County to go through. And then that was before they lost the source code. So then they had to rewrite it, so it was basically a brand new. Yeah, I think they are planning on bringing it back. But like I say, this was... We're talking probably like 8 or 9 years ago was when the story mode disappeared because of they had to rewrite everything. And it was easier for them to rewrite it from scratch just on mechanics alone. And then at some point, they're going to start adding the story back in once they've, got things going. But they're really trying to make it a nice in-depth crafting game, really. I mean, it didn't used to have the thing of like chopping down trees to make planks to build your own house. You just used to have to smash doors to get planks. It is one of those interesting cases of, I wonder what it would have been like had they not lost that source code. Would they have finished by now? How different would the game be? I think that the problem as well is when they first started, obviously it was long enough ago that Steam Early Access wasn't a thing. And I don't even think Steam Greenlight was a thing when they did it. So they were using a digital store called Delphi, which is it's kind of like Steam, or it was. I don't know if it's still around. It turned up around the time that Steam did, trying to be a competitor. But I think it was a smaller company that owned it, and it didn't quite keep going. We've still got a lot of food out here. Oh no, we've run out of territory points. Okay, so we can't do anything else yet. Oh, it's 1:30 in the morning. I don't think I've got enough time to give it another try, to be honest. I would like to finish it. But I don't know what we'd do next week if we finished it now. So it might well be that we finish this on Sunday. We know what we're doing now. Because we got extremely close. It was literally just really shitty AI that ruined us at the end of that. So if we could just remember how we did it, it was just the fact, the 7 original workers, then 7 more in a cell, and then just constantly pumping out more and more and more soldiers until we could just start taking everything else on. Once we've got to that point, we can just go out. Now that we know where things are, the best places for the food, we can rush those areas, grab them as quickly as we can. As long as we've got the numbers, we'll be fine. Snooze the ad that's upcoming. Because I don't think we'll be around long enough for that ad. Yeah, so if Sunday rolls around, we can finish this off on Sunday. Next week, I'd have to pick something either quite short or just something like Plate Up that can just be picked up and put down whenever. Because the week after, Dredge is coming out, and I am getting Dredge. Let me just double check what day is that. That comes out on the 30th. Which is not next Thursday, the Thursday after. So if we can finish this off on Sunday, that will leave us next Wednesday, the Sunday, and the following Wednesday that would need to have something to play. So I'm sure we can think of something to play for like 6 hours of stream. I've got a bunch of other things that we can play, Plate Up, Mindustry, all those kind of things that, we can pick up and put down as and when we need. But yeah, then on the 30th, Dredge comes out. And oh, I loved the demo for Dredge. I love me some Lovecraftian horror. And with the fact that it's fishing, and it starts off really calm and innocuous, it just reminds me of like a Tumblr post from like 5 years ago where someone described a fishing game where as you go through, you start bringing up more and more cursed fish until something big comes up. And I think that's what Dredge is going to be. And so as soon as that's coming, I'm actually going to, once I finish stream, I'm pre-ordering it so I can make sure that I've got the money for it. I don't normally pre-order, but I played the demo and I really liked the demo. So I'm going to risk it. I'm going to, deluxe edition, get the art book and everything, because that is going to be some top tier art in there. But let's have a quick look. I mean, probably a lot of the games that I've picked up, like 60% of them are going to be long ones. I mean, we've already got Kingdom Come Deliverance going, and that's a long one. That's going to take us weeks upon weeks to get anywhere near finishing that one. I've got the classic Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth that I want to go through at some point, because I had that on the original Xbox and I really enjoyed it, and I've played it again on the PC. It's just a pain to get working. So that's going to come up at some point, but that'll be longer than 3 streams, I think. Especially if it starts to bug and we have to replay stuff. Yeah, next week it might just be like maybe Mindustry and Playtop. Maybe Automa Chef, which is more like a automation puzzle game than an automation game. I'll figure something out for next week. So the plan would be tomorrow we're back to Kingdom Come. Friday day off. Saturday, usual curse stream with Snails, Dawn, Cheaper, whoever else turns up. And I think we are going back to just curse stuff this week. I don't think we're going to do Jackbox this weekend, because we're getting a bit burnt out on that, especially with the past 2 weeks of hate raids that turned up. Or the last week's one didn't really happen, because as soon as they turned up, we just banned them immediately before they even said anything. And then Sunday, obviously, continue this and finish off the last 2 things. Hopefully, we can finish off the last Fire Ant mission, and then hopefully, touch wood, we'll have enough stuff for the Formicarium Challenge too. Although in the meantime, when I'm off this week, so when I'm not streaming, I might just do some of these on Insane, see if I can do the Insane challenges, just to get the extra territory, the extra food, and just to like build up our forces for the challenge, just in case we don't get enough from that final Fire Ant mission. I think really that's about all there will be for today. As I say, if it's going to be like another hour worth to do that mission again, which would mean I'd be finishing stream at like 3 in the morning, which I know I'm off this week, but I do want to sleep. So let's see who is around. Do a raid on. I don't know why I follow Zone. Why do I have Zone Samurai as a follow? They never do art streams at the moment. That's the only reason I followed them. Let's go off to little Candleboy Harrowick. He's a nice chill. He's a good artist, and he does play games. So I think we'll head over to Harrowick and say hello. He's currently playing the forest, and it looks like he might be playing it with friends. It's looking like he's got some reactives in the bottom corner. So I'll send you over to Harwick. Have a nice time. Thank you for watching, as always. And it has been fun. I mean, it's also been really annoying that that last one didn't work. That AI messed us up. That is a bit annoying, but what can you do? So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for Kingdom Come Deliverance, where we get to stab some more people, possibly go to jail again, and pick flowers. Oh, and also go hunting with Lord Capon. I like that one. He starts to grow on you after you've played it a couple of times. So until then, take care, and bye-bye. Say hi to Harrow for me.
I know, right?
We should not.
These
kids are more scary than any of the cannibals I've seen so far.
Welcome, Raiders. How did the raid? Sorry, not how the raid go. How did the stream go? Hello, welcome in. We're just playing the forest with some friends. Wait, let me give you a shout out. Did I do that right? Ah! 3-1. Welcome, welcome.
Staring at Wick. Their sword.
Oh, I didn't know
Very
someone was
clean
down here
sword,
already.
actually.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, jump on down. Jump on down, you guys.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay,
wait.
let's go.
God, I was
Okay.
walking through the thing like getting ready to stab something in the face and popped out and already down here.
Kiki jump scare.
Stream was great. That's good. That's great to hear. Welcome in. I hope you're well.
And apologized.
I'm not